Alright, Sky Knight is back with some Phenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time I played, we got Mr. White sent to prison, thankfully. And now we're helping an actor get out of jail, basically. Help from him, this guy right here in front of us, as innocent. Hopefully we do so successfully. Let's see what we know so far of what happened with the whole situation. This guy was an actor as a hero type of person, and apparently, according to the news, he killed one of the villains in real life. And we'll just see where it goes. Obviously, he's innocent because of how this game goes. The people that we talk to in jail are normally the innocent ones. So we just gotta find out who actually did it. Easy enough. Give me 1 second, I'm having to set something up. Well, make sure it's correct, that is. Okay, enough distractions. Let's just get right back into the game, shall we? Maybe you can start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 o'clock that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But when 5 o'clock came around, and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found laying in a crumpled heap near the set. They took off his mask, and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear. Yes, it's a long spear that the still samurai uses as a weapon. Okay, what is the still samurai? Maybe you could explain to me just what the still samurai is?
Nick! How could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this, and a bit out of touch with the world.
Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Still Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-OLED Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo-Old Tokyo. Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9 o'clock. We worked through some action scenes until noon. I'm sorry, but this guy in the background with that face, it just looks like the Scream, like the painting Scream. That's what that reminds me of. Rehearsal was to begin at 5 o'clock, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5 o'clock. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder. Some action hero. What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios. I'll draw you a map.
Wow, Nick, let's go.
I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. More than likely. Knowing her, she will indeed ask for autographs. Do you like my badge? I do this every episode, but look at my badge right now. Here. I see. Let me guess, this guy wasn't the top student in improv class. I just love how I get different responses every time I show the badge to somebody, and it's great. Guess we're going to the main gate. October 16th, Global Studios, main gate.
Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome! Aren't you excited?
Not really. Hey, you there! You want in? You gotta go through me.
Oh, sorry.
We're, lawyers. I just now noticed that this person's name is just Old Bag. Imagine being named Old Bag. Oh yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youths today. Something okay. Can you slow down for a second and let me read, please? Please. Stop talking. Please. Ma'am, okay. Man, this lady didn't even give me a chance to read what she was saying. Oh well.
Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no.
I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen to when you're spoken to. Use today. Do you have, like... It looks like you have mushrooms in your hair. Just straight up mushrooms. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the area, well, employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Hey, no touching! Where did the pupils of your eyes go? They just straight up, like, disappeared. That is horrifying. It was the bush. The bush did it. The security guard station. That security lady must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Car. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Gate. The main entrance to the studio. There was a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. You know what, that seems about right. Nothing seems odd with that statement. Looks like everything here. The studios. So, what do you do here at the studios?
At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days...
I keep changing this lady's voice. I need to just stick to a voice and stick with it.
No? You were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here. I'm afraid, dearie.
Wow! This place has really gone downhill, you know? But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then too, Sonny. He was. Hammer? The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. Wahahaha. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer.
We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty.
Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job, young one. Let's talk about Mr. Hammer next. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person, you say? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Should I have heard of that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. I would probably cry too if somebody was paying me peanuts compared to anything. Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 5 o'clock when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by between 1 o'clock and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers said he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh dearie me. I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. This is the most obnoxious voice I have ever tried to do in my life. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in.
This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously.
Please, okay, we're done. Goodbye. I never want to do your voice again, or I will just forever change it. Here, look at my badge. It's beautiful. What's that? You giving that to me? Absolutely not. That is my badge. You cannot have it. That is mine. And I guess back to the detention center? Did he have like a bib or handkerchief for a second around his neck? Hello, how was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they?
No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick?
Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Let's see, is there anything new to speak to you about? Okay, there is. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady.
She's terrible. She called me a suspicious looking.
I mean, we kind of a little bit are. Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio, but let her see you stumble once, and she'll never let up on you.
Grr, she's got some nerve.
Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course! Powers request added to the court record. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Get us back to the studio. I keep hitting the wrong button. Here you go. How do you like this? Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes. I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. Powers' request given to the security lady. To think he would entrust his fate to use of such unreliable appearance. Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here, towards the studio. No, going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Mr. Gumshoe. Mr. Gumshoe is back. Oh boy. Hey, Nick. Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. You need to calm down, lady. Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you.
Well, time to go, Nick.
50 cents! Guide map of Global Studios added to the court record. Nice. I am going to go now. Goodbye. What is that? What is this I am looking at in front of me? Is that a statue with a broken head that landed on a broken tree? Is that... I am looking at this correctly, right? I really hope I am. October 16th, Studio 1 entrance. Ah, Gumshoe, our old friend. Birds? Okay, there's sound of birds. Hey! Aren't you that murderer from the other day? Yes, I am indeed the murderer. I murdered that one person. 100%, that was me. Ah! It's that confused detective! Hey pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset and it's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So?
Hey!
If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. You tell him, Maya. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no! I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here?
Well, we're on this case too, pal.
Huh, hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait.
I'd say he's a character, alright.
Statue thing. Oh, that's a mascot? Okay, cool. I guess it's a monkey of some kind? I mean, I guess I can kind of see that with the tail, I guess. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? That's a wonderful question. He's holding a sign in his hand. Right, to the Studio 1, left to Studio 2.
What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted.
It does look kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday, and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it, too. This probably had something to do with the killing. I bet a piece of cheese on it. Bench. I'm a little bushed. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey! Good idea, pal!
Detective! Aren't you on the case?
Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal. Camera. Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera, ST1-307. That must be the camera ID number. That's gonna come in handy.
There's a big welcome sign above the path.
Yeah, apparently the studio's fallen on tough times. They've started letting people in on days they aren't filming. They make a bit of extra money by charging for admission.
Huh, you sure know a lot about this place, detective. You know, you could always quit being a detective and work here.
Yeah, and what perfect timing with the studio mascot down for the count. Huh? Just what's that supposed to mean, pal? That you look like a monkey? The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body.
Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked.
Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Wrong button again. So, let's talk about the investigation. So, how is your investigation going, detective? Well, it's... Hey! I can't tell you that, pal.
Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions.
Right. So, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Okay, Jack's autopsy report, time of death, 10:15 at 2:30 p.m. Cause Pierce pierced through the chest by a spear. That sounds like fun. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 o'clock p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 p.m. and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence.
Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady. She killed him, didn't she? Oh, that sweet old lady. What a charmer. I think she's anything but sweet. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee.
Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority.
She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence.
What?
Give me this evidence. What kind of evidence? Well, that photo. The photo of the still samurai heading towards the scene of the crime.
What? Who took that?
See the camera up on the gate, pal?
The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign?
Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, the camera automatically snaps a photo of them.
Oh no! Nick! He has evidence! We're finished!
Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
We'd like to ask the employees here some questions.
Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. Ha 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 ha! I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves.
Nick, let's go! We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out.
Alright, wrong button once again. Guess we'll... Wait, actually... Ah! Does this mean I can... go here now? Is it still locked? Okay. So, I still need the car key. Okay. Did I just call it a car key? He is missing his head. Did I really just called that a car key, didn't I? Car key. Imagine if you take a car key, instead of using it for a car, you use it for a door. Imagine how ironic that would be.
Nick, look! That security lady is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts.
Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. That's a burn. That is a burn. I'm not even gonna give her a voice. I'm good.
Well, are you satisfied? Powers is guilty yet?
Irk. She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that's... I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Y'all can't see it, but in real life, I started moving my hand like hers while I was reading that out loud. That was very important information to know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1 o'clock. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 o'clock and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one what did it... Not the one what did... Okay. I don't know who is. Maybe it was you. Good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Honestly, you see this face, the way she moves her hand. This hand is the hand that belongs to a murderer. We know this just because how she keeps moving it. Only a murderer does that. Was the victim Mr. Hammer, a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was past tense?
Oh yes, he was great at the bearded samurai.
That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate. It's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. That, you know, I feel like it would be rather important to see those details, but... You do you. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home. I do. Somehow I feel like that's a lie right there. What items do I have, by the way? Oh, yeah. Can you perhaps give me a card to the, room over there? No? Okay. Anything new? Okay, nope. Maybe I was supposed to talk to Mr. Gumshoe. Maybe he... Oh, or the area's just opened up on the map. That works too. October 16th, Global Studios Employee Area.
Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look!
There's Power's dressing room. Or pizza? Pizza is always the answer. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. I'm curious about this plate over here. This plate looks awfully suspicious. Is that a bone or is that a napkin? I really want to know. This is very important information and I need to know this information. It's chicken. Oh no! Brayden, somebody eat your kind. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick! You know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? In this moment, we'll take a moment of silence for your dead brethren, Brayden. The poor chicken leg didn't even stand a chance against the person who ate it. Vending machine. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Oh hey! Gumshoe was stuck in the vending machine! Because it says gum! I didn't know Gumshoe could fit inside a vending machine. Okay, I will leave on that note. Huh, it's so normal. Well, I wouldn't think it's I wouldn't think it something like that would be normal if Gumshoe was stuck in the vending machine. But if Gumshoe is randomly crawling in vending machines elsewhere, I guess it's considered normal then. You see what happened was there was this delicious chicken leg on the plate. Nobody was at the table at the moment, so I decided to go over there and try to guard the piece of chicken. And you see, I got kind of hungry while I was guarding it, and I may or may not have taken a small little nibble, and that little nibble may have led to bigger bites of the chicken. And then suddenly it was just a bone. But hey, it was delicious. I was expecting some cool themed snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this! Ladies first. Immediately dismisses the murder of your kind as okay. It was just a chicken leg, it'll be fine. It's not like I ate a bunch of other chicken legs, it was just one chicken leg. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. Who needs legs? I don't need legs. Legs just hold you back, man. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked.
Hey, Nick! Let's take a look inside.
Maybe we can find something as a souvenir. What do you mean find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. Honestly, it would be pretty cool though to take home a spear. It would be cool. Just a little bit. Why is the first thing that catches my eye in this room is the wig on the mannequin head? October 16th, Global Studios dressing room. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. I also hope he's telling the truth. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside. Well, I don't really think I could pull off this form of hairstyle, but it would be kind of nice and fun to try. Just to try it. It's not something I would wear out in public. It'd be something I would just sit down and like do with my hair for fun and then immediately take it out after glancing in the mirror. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Oh! This is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. That's a fun name. Nick, try this on! No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I, kinda like samurai movies. Kinda? More like a lot. Mirror. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky. Just how I like it. Nice and spiky. I guess he no longer wants to shave his hair like he said during the trial. This must be Power's bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee key card. Card key. An employee card key. That must be Power's. It says Studio 1. That's the wrong voice for the wrong person. Good job. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. Card key added to the court record. I wonder what else is inside Power's bag. Stop that! My partner, the thief in training. She really is becoming a thief, but I will allow it. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to employees. I will allow her to steal an item if she allows me to have one of the snacks on the table. That is the deal I provide her. Some tea and cookies. Nick! I'm hungry! No, you already got an item out of the bag. The cookies are mine. You don't get to have the cookies. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets. Like I said, these cookies are mine. You stay back. I am going to eat these cookies, and I am going to enjoy these cookies. I claim the cookies. How many stomachs does this girl have? I'm so happy that conversation happened. There's some regular suits and among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. Whoops. Blankets. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. Chair. Well, I got the key card. I can go to the other room now. Well, where the body was located. So I guess that's where we will head off to next. Just gotta make it there. Main gate. Hello again. Gonna go outside Studio 1. Hello, Mr. Gumshoe. I see you managed to get out of the vending machine. Did you have fun? I hope you had fun. That is not what I need to do. Okay, examine Studio 1. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. Beep! It opened! Alright, we're in! She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Guess Guess we're going inside. October 16th, Studio 1. The body is not here. What is it? You were hoping to see the spear, weren't you? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. And the still samurai killed him. The murder weapon was a samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Let's look at this first. They outlined where Jackhammer's body lay with the tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected the spear stabbing would have at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it.
Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in.
Do not go sit in the chair. Do not sit in the chair.
I've always wanted to sit in one of these.
Don't do it.
Hey Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone. A real live megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action!
This girl is more trouble than I thought. Ladder.
Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick.
Right, sorry. This girl is out there.
Wow, look at the camera. That must cost a ton.
Yeah, so don't touch it.
Whoa, it's heavier than I thought.
Hey, you! No touching that. Oh, hello. Sorry, my partner is kind of, you know.
You know? No, I don't know.
Who are you?
Oh, Penny, that's a pretty name. Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers.
Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. W.P. I get it.
I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry. Leave it to us.
Now, have I examined No, I haven't. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Still Samurai show.
Of course, that's the Mountain Neo
Fujiyama? Is that how you say that? Fujiyama?
Doesn't the Still Samurai take place in old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not old Tokyo, Nick. Neo old Tokyo.
Oh. Right. I swear. I can interact with everything else in here, but I can't interact with the bag. Okay. Fair enough. Oh.
What's this?
That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming.
Huh.
What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment?
Well, lighting is fine, but I don't want to be the director, or maybe the Still Samurai.
I think she's being serious. That's everything to look at. I guess we could talk to Penny now. Day of the crime. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder?
Yes, I was in the studio the whole day.
I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh! I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Power's dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Do you know what Mr. Powers was... Do you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. I'm sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Power's alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry. I know you're busy. The music stopped. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue. A lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Sensing someone. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think it doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick! What about that security lady? If someone did... Okay, we already talked about that. Look at my badge. It's very shiny. It's very real. What do you have to say about it? Sorry. I don't really want to think too much about what happened just yet. You know what? That's fair. I respect that answer. Bye, Gumshoe. October 16th, Global Studios, main gate. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. You look like a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 o'clock p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30? Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Absolutely. I'm never known. I am not bringing up Mr. White into the stream. Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Eek? Alright, you better tell me and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. Her? She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that narrow. Oh, okay, calm down. Ma'am, can I please read, please? Okay, fair enough. She left. Well, Nick? This is our chance to do what we can do without her looking over our shoulders. Let's look at the cameras. Cameras. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. We should go in and look at it. Nick! Maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Yes, try the computer. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick. Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. It looks like the camera turned on at 10 o'clock p.m. that day. Not 10, 1 o'clock. Blah. 1 o'clock. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of this. I don't remember the number. Was it the last one? I'm not gonna say that because I am not sure at all. I'm going to go with 370. That feels right in my gut, even though it's probably the wrong answer. It's more than likely the wrong answer. There! Entered! It's the wrong answer. Nothing happened. Huh? Maybe I got the number wrong. Maybe I should go look at that camera again. Yeah, let's go look at the camera again. Because I do not remember what number that camera was. Gumshoe, you're in my way. Let's see. Okay, it was 307. That's the one it was. So let's go type the correct answer into the computer now. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. 307. There! Entered! Hey! It printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Those are some long pants. Huh. How is this a picture of Will Powers? Yeah, the pants don't even fit. Well, he is the one who always wears that suit, yeah, but the pants clearly do not fit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 5th, 15th, 2 o'clock p.m., photo 2. What's photo 1? What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope, that's the only one in the computer. Then where's photo 1 if this is photo 2? Hey, Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put it in her place. Put her in her place.
Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she has to say.
Wait, let's not.
Why not?
It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon.
Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate.
Hey, why do I have to be the villain?
Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for today?
I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. Yeah, the security lady's way too obvious. It's too much of an obvious answer, so it could not have been her. Yeah, save my progress. I bet it was Mr. Gumshoe. He did it. Obviously he was a murderer. I'm kidding. Obviously I am joking about that one. That would be pretty funny though. Imagine if the game actually pulled up a murder where Gumshoe is the killer for one of them. I feel like that would be just perfect. October 18th, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Or am I the murderer? Maybe. Maybe I killed him. Who knows? I could have maybe done it. Edgeworth! Edgeworth! Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Edgeworth! 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 The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. Heinous. There we go. That's the correct word. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Oh no, Detective Gumshoe is back. Oh man. It didn't go so well with you being a witness the first time. Now we have to deal with you being a witness a second time. Ugh, no. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain it with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. I will magically make the map blink so you can easily see which area I'm talking about. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 10 o'clock p.m. on that day. Why do I keep saying 10 o'clock? It's 1 o'clock. Past the security station there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 o'clock p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 o'clock p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. of death was 2:30 p.m. I'm still questioning the fact if, the cause of death really was the spear to the chest. Because I find it really suspicious that, Mr. Wright said that there was no blood at the scene. So I feel like a stab wound was very unlikely. But I could be wrong. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? I don't think I need it again. I think I could probably remember that. We'll see about that. It's gonna be the times that I mess up. The time stamps are gonna be my weakness during that whole thing. I already know what's going to happen. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call this security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? Okay. You seem a little too excited and happy to be here. My, aren't you? Oh, no, she has a thing for Edgeworth. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. My reaction too, Edgeworth. My reaction too. Your name, please. Oh, dearie. No need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grant. Okay, no. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of a trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. He really does. Windy old bag, dearie. Just call me Grant. Can you stop talking? Please, let me read.
Objection!
Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Edgeworth, this is why I love you. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, sirree, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Nice. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1:00 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1:00 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5:00. Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2:00 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. You saw the defendant, then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. So, up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio? Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there couldn't get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? A run-through. They were working out a scene between the still samurai and the evil magistrates. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5 o'clock. That's why poor old Hammer went to the Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. I don't know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper! I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Still Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He's already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second? Of course! I am a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper Whapper? My question there exactly, Maya. Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? How did you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and we talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Yeah, I've been saying this since the first case in this game. See, even Edgeworth over here agrees. His silence says all. Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting ratted out by a security guard. "2 o'clock. You're sure?" "Sure as spit." "Well, who was the man?" "Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something." "This is coming from you?" Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers. So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? This is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. No. Well, let me... Hold on. I'm gonna use it on this one and hope this is the correct one I use it on.
Objection!
Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the still samurai defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. You know it's bad when Mr. Edgeworth over here is also going against the witness. That's funny. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the still samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the still samurai. I know that! I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I supposed to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Poor Edgeworth over here. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day, he's dragging both legs. I mean, the pants don't fit. I mean, unless it's supposed to not fit correctly, the pants literally do not fit this person. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Whippersnapper! Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and Mr. Wright, please, for all of our sakes, Try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. I love this trial. This is my favorite trial so far, just because of this chaos happening between Edgeworth and everybody. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the still samurai, then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing. Just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. Trip and fall. Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Power sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better. I kissed it where it hurts. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about the Power's ankle. You may continue your testimony. Which prop did he break? He broke a prop. Sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear. The murder weapon. Luckily I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Interesting. Was Mr. Power's ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot. Okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Yeah, there's something that bothers me here too. Which is... where is this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes? And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? I'm gonna save right here real quick. I am going to press that because there's something really suspicious here. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. I mean, there's a photo one that was clearly missing. We have to consider that possibility also. Wiggle finger time. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. It would also make sense if she was the killer. Because since she has access to the computers, she probably could have, like, deleted the first photo or printed it out and threw it away or something. That might be a bit of a stretch, but that's something. It's just a theory. time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. A ninja theory. So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have been this still samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. How do you know that? Eh? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective, and then, after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. It sounds like bribery to get his attention, really. The only person I saw go was Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. I mean, you literally called Phenix and Maya suspicious. Nobody suspicious looking. Right. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1 o'clock? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention... Are you sure?
Objection!
The witness has answered the question. Anyone going to the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy. Old windbag sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or, for the matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. So that's all the information I got to work with. Let me... What items do I have right now? So we got the spear. We got the pitcher. Let's see, we got the key card. Hold on. He's dragging one leg. I have a feeling that the answer has something to do with the key card. Hold on. That was okay, that's the suspicious looking one. And this is the one where Edgeworth is just gonna call me out for asking her a question, right?
Objection!
Okay, yeah. So the employee area is all the way over here. Hold on, I'm gonna try something. Don't know if it's gonna be correct, but I'm about to try something.
Objection!
No. Okay. You see, my thought process was like, they said earlier that they could use, if somebody had the key card, they could get in, even if she wasn't there. That was my process on that right there. It is a good theory. The only person. Death 230. About to take another leap of faith. May also be incorrect. What do you say about this one again? If I use a card here instead of the other one? No? Okay, I'm gonna have to think hard about this. If they had, I would have seen them. Hold on. Wait a second. Where was the thing where you were talking about the, about being in the other room? Where was that at? Was it this one? Actually, thinking,
Hold it!
Employee area, okay, yeah. The employee area. Was the employee girl, was she in the employee area? In the photo? Okay, she is. She's right there. Forgetting information. Forgetting information. Forgetting information. Forgetting information.
Hold it!
This was talking about suspicious people. Something about this line throws me off, but I'm can't piece together what.
Hold it! Objection!
I mean, if they didn't pass by her, it would be early in the morning while she wasn't there. Somebody would have had to go in and retrieve the costume. Actually, no, wait. I might be wrong about that. Okay, yeah, I was wrong about that. The dressing room is here. I swear it has something to do with this statement right here. Something about this statement does not sit right with me.
Objection!
Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right, anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work on the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2:00 p.m. photo 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2:00 p.m. on October the 15th, really, Sonny? Well, here's the thing, this is photo 2. Where is photo 1? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo 2. Photo 2. The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet, there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. Eh? Me? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can't the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these new fangled computer things. Edgy boy, help? Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Huh? Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Such an insult. Okay. Darkness. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah! That's right! I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate, someone other than the Still Samurai. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway. Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Hold it!
Another job. That's right! I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes. Do you back up all the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating.
Hold it!
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Come to think of it... Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? Humph! A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about their rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Objection!
Well, wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. Oh my goodness. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids. Children. Whippersnappers. Kids? So, on the photo that you erased, it was a boy. Probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Well, that just took another turn. Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right! As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick? What's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Mr. Powers. Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in the security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are we going to do? First we play for one more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that day. Shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on the matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. But there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant of Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have to let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder? Let me think. The security lady has an alibi. Well, who's to say she didn't dress up as the samurai while leaving her station to go in herself? And if she knew he had a sprained ankle, she probably could have mimicked him dragging his feet on the ground. It's obviously not the grade school boy. At least I hope it's not the grade school boy. Because that wouldn't really make sense. Especially if the spear is as heavy as they say it is. The assistant girl, I'm honestly not too sure about. It's unlikely, but there's still the chance that it could be. After considering what I just said, I really think that the other person who could have committed the murder, it could be the security lady. She, even throughout the whole, before the trial started, she has, gone against, she has shown her dislike towards Mr. Powers since we've met her, since from the beginning as well. And I feel like that's also another thing pointing to that she killed him. At the same time, I'm like, I feel like that's too obvious. But yet, there's no evidence that supports the assistant girl did it. If there is, I'm looking over it. But I don't think there is any evidence supporting the assistant girl doing it. So I think I'm going to have to go with the security lady as well. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. What? Who? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about that injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper? Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume. then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes too, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Does he usually jump up with an objection of some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. Well, that's suspicious in itself. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it. Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Press further. She doesn't get a break. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Old Lady's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler, though. As you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Probably the card key. Well, no. They said, no, wait, it would be the spear. Because wouldn't the spear be in the room where they were, practicing the stuff, where it broke? Wouldn't that be there? Because even if the kid could get into the studio, the kid couldn't commit the murder if the weapon itself wasn't at the murder site.
Take that!
Your Honor, the murder weapon was a samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? Moof! The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. Well, it's not even the matter that it's too heavy for the kid. It's also the fact the kid, for one, doesn't have the key card to get into the studio. So the kid would have to go through the pipes, like the lady said. So therefore the weapon itself wouldn't be at the site to begin with. Especially if the supposed samurai is carrying it in their hand to the place of the murder. So even with that part alone, it just doesn't add up at all. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What was her name? Something Old Bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Well, wait a second! I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking! Oh great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. This old bag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh, you mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify! Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. That is funny. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Hold it!
So, you were told not to talk. That's right! By the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it.
Hold it!
Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course! Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So, where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? Yes, please. I think I've already asked all my questions, but... I'll continue.
Hold it!
Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having to do nothing. Nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. Was it donuts? Did they give you donuts? So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. I guess there's no harm in getting as much info as I can. So they were actually in the studio. Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came. Well, that's not suspicious. Even Edgeworth is so done. I'll kill this woman. I swear it. I feel sorry for Edgeworth. Almost. She really left him hanging on this one.
Hold it!
Them. Didn't we already discuss who they were? Who are these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director. We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course! Okay, I already know the story. I am going to choose to save here. Because I think I have asked all the questions, so I'm going to take a break. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and, some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Aw, really, it's nothing. Grins. Or should I say... we'd be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trials as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been Old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kinda sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks guys. To be continued. And this seems like a perfect point to end the stream tonight. So, I am going to wish everybody a good night or good morning depending on where they are. I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and I hope to see you all again the next time and the next one. And I will see y'all next time. Peace out, everybody.